All right, so we have our light bar. I finished hooking it up to the Switch Pro. We have it coming through the KC wire holder, going down into this windshield guard, coming through here, then under this little I don't know what that thing's called, ceiling cal type of thing, and then it's going under the Switch Pro and then coming up over here. And I hooked it up to switch 1. So I think from my calculations, the bar should it should need 16.7 amps, and this the Switch Pro has 4 circuits at 20 amps and 4 at 35 amps. I put it in the 20 amp circuit, and we have our ground going to our ground bus. So let's see if this works now. So Switch Pro's hooked up. I'm gonna hit light 1. Okay. And we got lights. I'll have to take some more shots at night, but it's working at least. Okay, good deal. Let's go on to the fogs. I have the Squadron Pros to do and the Baja in there. In the grill, and then we'll go ahead and put the stickers too on the Switch Pro. Cool. So now I'm going to work on the S8, hooking that up to the Switch Pro, and I have this harness for it, but we don't need anything near all of this because all we need is positive and a ground. So I'm going to actually cut into this wiring harness. I might keep this part, and I'm just going to cut it and utilize what I need. And we'll take it from there. I'm also out of heat shrink now. I only have a little bit left, so I'm hoping to reuse as much of this as I can. So I wasn't able to get this to go into the wiring harness connector, and then I looked in there. I realized those pins were actually crooked. So make sure, if you guys are using the wiring harness, to ensure that those pins are centered so the connection is made properly, so you don't bend it. All right, guys, so I have my S8 lights wiring down there, and I just loosely zip tied it in place, and I'm actually going to run the Squadron Pros as well. Reason being, I want everything just to be run together in the same bundle. And with the Squadron Pro harness, they have two separate streams that go into the fog lights, and then they converge in one area here. So interesting thing is, this is a 40 amp. So I have to check the specs on the lights and see if each one of them has the potential of a 20 amp draw or what. Because my original idea was just to hook them up to the same 20 amp source, but I don't know if that's too much then, and that's why they have a 40 amp here, because then I'll have to utilize the 35 amp there yet. One of the other 4 switches to the left from our perspective, but we'll see. So for the passenger side fog light, or Squadron Pro, I'm going to take basically most of the cable harness, or the harness that was supplied, and I'll break it around here, and here I'm going to kind of tee it into the other fog lights connector, and then run them both to the Switch Pro, because I do not want to have them on separate fuses. And from the directions in there, it says they only draw 3.3 amps. So it should be fine on that 20 amp circuit. So we'll see. Slight edit, guys. I'm not going to do the T-in because I just each one of those wires from the Squadron Pro were actually long enough to make it to the Switch Pro, so I'm just going to double up the connection there on the 20 amp circuit. So now we have our three cables coming out of, so these two are for the fog lights, or the Squadron Pros that are in the fog lights in the bumper, fog light area, and this one for the S8 bar. So now I'm gonna kind of go under there and make it pretty and zip tie it the way I want it. My plan is to run it around here and then have it come up through here. I'm trying, you know, I wanted to do the Switch Pro and all this stuff to keep everything nice and tidy, but it's starting to look like spaghetti anyways in here, so we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so I got everything wired through behind the fuse box mount that goes to the inner fender. It's getting tight back there now with all the wires for the ACR and everything, so I actually had to use a hanger to pull everything through that. But hopefully, I think at this point we're almost done with all our lighting and stuff. I just have to do the ditch lights, but they'll come this way, so we're getting there. So we're done with the wiring. These are 10 to 12 gauge connectors, which they don't fit so well in these in this fuse block. In hindsight, I don't even know, because I know Switch Pro doesn't recommend a fuse block, but it came with the power tray, so I thought, let me use it. But I thought it was going to look a little bit cleaner, but I don't know now in hindsight. If I would do it again, I would just probably run it in the Switch Pro. Switch Pro really doesn't need this. It probably makes it a little easier for testing, though. You could just use your test light if you have a problem. In either case, let's see if this works now. Okay. Let's see if that turned on. All right. So switch 2 should be our S8. No, I screwed up. Switch 2 is fogs. The Squadrons. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna do it again. And let's bang this one too. Oh shit. We got a fucking problem over here. God damn it. Oh, okay. So I screwed up. I thought the numbering goes this way, horizontally, but it actually goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that makes sense then. So everything's wired correctly then. I'm gonna throw everything on. So CaliRaised is lit up. We got our S8 lit up and our Squadron Pros. Next thing that's left is the ditch lights when they come in. I got S1s coming in. And then thank God the lighting's done now. I just attached our ditch light mounts. These aren't the CaliRaised ones. These I got off of Amazon, and they were, I want to say they were like $40. They weren't expensive at all. I would have gotten CaliRaised ones, but they take a while to ship to me, and I wanted to get this shit done. So I just got these ones. The one thing when my snorkel goes in, I'm not sure if this one's even going to be, this ditch light, I got to figure something else out. Like maybe put another piece here to push it out to make it actually functioning without hitting the snorkel with the light beam. We'll see. The mother of all lights. Oh,